Elder Scrolls for Oblivion Remastered, available this morning on Steam. Now, Salty, you came in with a smile on your face, my dude.
Son of a bitch. So it's available right now, huh?
Available right
They announced and dropped.
Yeah, you can get it on Steam. It's on Game Pass.
All right.
Do you need to leave?
I gotta go. I gotta go.
I gotta go. Well, I'll tell you. Let me at least give you a teaser first, because okay, what was interesting about this? Did you hear about this at all before this morning?
Dude, I've been watching all of these people talking about it. They've been talking about it for a couple months. So when Microsoft bought Bethesda, somebody sued somebody. Alyssa Mercante, on behalf of Microsoft, sued somebody. And in the court filings, they had all of these listings, and Fallout Remaster, Oblivion Remaster, they were in it. So people have been talking about this a little bit for years at this point, and then it really got hot up the last month or so.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No. So no. I didn't watch anything today. I wanted to come in right with you. All right.
You good, man?
Yeah. No, yeah.
You went a little Arnold right there. Oh,
get to the chopper.
You're not allowed to do that, Blab. You don't know.
I can.
No, you don't. You don't know what get to the chopper means, so you don't get it. All right. Hey, Salty. Quick side note. Did you know that Blabs has never seen?
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, I know you said that last time.
See, every time.
No, it's still worth saying, Blabs. All right, so hold on. Go ahead and say it, Craig, because there might be somebody in here who doesn't know. But
no, where'd he go? Where'd the time go? Anyway, continue about your Oblivion, Salty. It's fine. Go on.
No, listen, I don't want to get out. I'll be good.
All right. Get to the chopper. All right, here we go. So this is what we got. Here is the trailer that's on X. This is going to be Salty's first time seeing this. All right, I'm very excited. I wish I could do a big old face of you and get your reaction here. So here we go. First time seeing it.
I was born 87 years ago. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the third era and the final hours of my life. I have seen the gates of oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. This is only the beginning. Worse is yet to come. Looks clear. A trap!
The time of cleansing draws nigh.
Who now will save us from the coming darkness? Here you must find your own path.
Remember the Emperor!
Find him and close shut the jaws of oblivion.
So I'm gonna tell you this right now. When the music first hit for you,
I saw. Smile.
I literally, yes, I saw the goosebumps hit you, Salty. That was
wow.
Your thoughts?
You know, if there's you know, you can mod the hell out of that game, right? So there's plenty of people playing and it already looks hella fine. I'm an old person. I ain't got time for this anymore. So I've been playing Oblivion off and on all these years, vanilla. And so I'm super stoked to see that they've updated it. And these Bethesda people have always sucked at animations and body types and all that type of stuff over there. So that looks like handing it off to another studio's going to work out well, I imagine. But no, I'm pumped. That's exactly. Look, I just want. Morrowind was the best of the modern type arena games, Elder Scrolls games, and if they ever remaster that one, then I'm just gonna be nuts and completely unbearable on anybody's show. But Oblivion was my second favorite. The Skyrim's mechanics were way better than Oblivion, but Skyrim just looks it's all gray. Like it's gray and darker gray. It's ugly and it sucks. It's like living in Seattle. And so Oblivion was always kind of my favorite outside of Morrowind, again, because Morrowind, the mechanics of Morrowind are rough, but holy ball, it looks like they did the expansions in there as well.
Yep. And
it's released today. You know, hey, can we conspirarize for a second?
Yes, 1000%.
That Starfield game didn't do well. I think, is everybody acknowledging this at this point, that Starfield and you know, Microsoft has been telling these people you got to switch engines. I think that's the same engine from Morrowind, isn't it? Just band-aid together?
Don't know.
It's Unreal Engine 5.
No. This one is Unreal. Well, this one's like Unreal Engine 5 stapled on top of the old engine, but all like Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, Starfield, and presumably this next game, the next Elder Scrolls game, it's the same engine, and Microsoft's been saying you've got to get away from this engine, and they're like, no, we're not getting away from this engine. If this does really, really well, what happens if this does really well? What happens when Microsoft says, listen, you've got to put Unreal Engine over your game or whatever it is? They say, no. So they shopped this to a completely different company. They handed this off to somebody else. What if this does so incredibly well? Doesn't and I'm not over here on Microsoft's side, but doesn't Microsoft come in and say, listen, we told you got to upgrade. We told, look, this other game it's selling a quarter of what you guys sunk hundreds of millions of dollars into. Like what's going to happen if this game does better than Starfield? They're in a lot of trouble. They might toss Todd Howard out.
Well, he was smart enough to do this for sure. I mean, so this was Unreal 5, I believe, is the engine being used for Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered. You mentioned, this does include all of the expansions, which I think is pretty damn cool. I mean, it's been 20 years or so. So the Shivering Isle, Knights of the Nine, and additional downloadable content included in the entire remaster. I always like to see, they had a spot during their live stream this morning where they debuted this, where they showed off kind of the original footage compared to the new footage. Because you see the new footage, when you look at like remastered footage, oftentimes that's how you remembered it in your head, right? You're like, oh, this is how it looked, but that's not really how it looked, you know? So sometimes it's good to see side-by-side comparisons. So I wanted to show this to you as well, so you can kind of see this intro here.
For all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see.
So gives you a much better understanding, kind of the side by side right there. It's pretty good stuff. So yeah, man, available today. It's right now on Steam. Already has positive reviews, which didn't know you could review a game before it just shadow dropped.
Yeah, like how do you put positive reviews for something that literally just dropped? How do you review that fast, you know?
Well, you don't.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's shit.
Yeah. Right.
But it's not that bad of a price. $49.99. I don't think it's that bad.
No. What's in that?
let's see. Let's
pop out.
let's find out. Deluxe edition. Here we go. Read more. Here we go. There we go. You get the new quests. You get some new weaponry. Weapons.
The horse armor.
And the horse armor. Let's stink and go. There you go. So, Blabs, that was a meme from 20 years ago. The horse armor thing. Yeah. So it includes everything and additional downloadable content. So $10 more, which, we're seeing games that are being released for, Nintendo announced the $80 Mario Kart. And some games creeping up in price, $70, $80. So to see a remastered for $50 or $60, especially for a game that is so highly regarded, I think people are going to be the overwhelming response has been extremely positive to this so far. So, they hit you with the nostalgias.
Is Salty gonna go play immediately after this stream?
I don't know. I'm definitely going to download it right after this stream. But, it's one of those. Here's the issue, Blabs. For those of you out there who have self-control, you could never understand the plight that I'm in. Once I crack into that jail cell, you can't just. One doesn't simply just stop playing Oblivion.
One doesn't walk into Mordor.
No, listen, you don't just simply walk out of that dungeon prison. You go out, once you get out of the sewers, then you got to cross onto that stupid island and kill that stupid tiger person. And then you're like, well, what's after this? Well, let me just go check out this one more thing on the mini map. And then you go check out the thing on the mini map, and then it turns out to be a fucking dungeon. Then you're knee deep in goblins, and then it's going to be 20 hours. And then I'm divorced.
Wow, you just saw your entire life just flash in front of you, didn't you?
I've done this before, Blabs.
I love. Okay. I'm imagining someone taking what you just said and turning it into a montage with AI of first it's this, and then it's this, and then it's this, and it's
no.
It ends up with Salty on the street corner begging for change.
This man, you should have seen the Diablo 2 era, not the remastered Diablo 2, which is fantastic, by the way. But man, I'd install that game and get all the way through it in one sitting, and my parents were like, "Are you okay? What the hell's going on in there? Don't worry about it."
That is something that's kind of an interesting idea, because you're talking about a game that's 2 decades old now. This is 2006 when Oblivion was released. People were in a different time in their life, right? So 20 years, 20 years, you're talking about, people getting married, people having kids, right? So all these people who are playing this game, where they were teenagers, early 20s in college or whatever, and now they're middle-aged, they got mortgage and kids to worry about and stuff. So definitely there's a nostalgia play here for sure. But one of the things that they mentioned in the video and the leading up to this was the idea that this is meant to be a love letter to the original game, right? They've updated it with some quality of life things to make it more modern, not for the modern audience, but just more modern gameplay elements. But that I think there's a lot of people who are going through that same plight as you, Salty. The idea look, I'm gonna buy it, but I don't know how much I'm gonna play it because life.
Yeah. Yeah, I got meetings today, so I can't. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. The people from Rumble will be trying to discuss things. And I'll be like, guys, hold on a second. All right, there's an imp or something down here. I got to take care of them. Things like, what? What are you doing? Don't worry about it. All right.
Awesome.
I get that.
Okay. Apparently, to get all 50 achievements in Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4, it takes roughly just to get all the achievements. I'm looking at this chart here, and it's telling me that it takes between 60 and 80 hours, and sometimes obviously more. So this is the original game. So, you're looking at a full-time job for a few weeks of going in and playing this to get everything done. So, you got to put your life on hold. Is this a game that there are certain games that people grow up with, and there's a remaster for, and they stop down their life for it, right? They're like, listen, I gotta do this. Is this I mean, obviously, I don't know. Is this one of those games that you'd be willing to be like, okay, listen, honey, I need a few hours to be with, like, you know?
Is this a game worth getting yelled at over?
Right.
Oh yeah, definitely. I own Oblivion on everything. I got it on the PS3. I got it on the Xbox 360. I got it on the PS5. I got it on. Do they have it on the Switch? I'll get it on the Switch.
I don't think it'll run on a Switch.
I'll make it run on the Switch. I've played Morrowind the most. Just time sunk into it because the stuff that you can do in that game it's real stupid. But Oblivion's the second one, and it's one of those games. There's a few games that I have, like Baldur's Gate, the original one, not the third one, like the original Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I've played and beaten that one probably like 10 times. Like there's that game I keep coming back to. The Doom games. Boy, I'm really showing my age here. But yeah, no, Oblivion's way up there. And I just bought it again for the PS5 probably a couple weeks ago. Just to waste money, apparently.
just to throw money at the corporate machine.
Announce it and release it this month. These guys are no, they're not gonna do it. So let me just buy it because I'm all amped up on this. And yeah, I got like a level 20-something character in just the last few weeks on this that I'm now going to completely neglect because I'm going to jump into it. I just don't know when. Was there talk about them changing Oblivion and putting purple-haired chicks and stuff inside of it?
So from what I'm understanding, there's like body type A and body type B, which is kind of the standard now. It sucks. I'm totally against it. But I feel like people need to start deciding on what line to cross, because they'd be like, oh, this is fine for body type A and B, but not fine for another game, you know? So like, play what you want to play has always been my statement. Like, if it gets you really excited, go ahead and play it. Do I like this whole type A, type B bullshit? Absolutely not. But again, play what you want to play.
Oh, type 1, type 2, body type.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the original.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a stupid thing to do.
It is.
But listen, I'm gonna get 50, 60, 80 hours worth of enjoyment out of it. I'm gonna get too hung up on the type 1, type 2 thing. I understand where these people are coming from.
Yeah, I get it. But at the same time, a lot of people will like, oh, you can't play this game. It's got body type A and B or 1 and 2, but then they'll go play another one, right? So it's like, just, pick whatever game you want to play and just have fun with it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. It's kind of, simple.
Well, then, there's people doing victory laps over here. Transphobic tears make me happy.
Yeah,
body
I saw
type
that.
1 and 2. Deal with it, transphobes.
Yeah,
We're
but there's always going to be those morons, right? They're always everywhere. It's just best to ignore them, because if they don't have the attention, they just die.
Well, okay, but once again, are you really... You're represented by body type 1 and 2?
Yeah, that's what they literally strip everything down to being transgender. Just those statements. It's like, wow.
But just think about what a derogatory statement that is.
It is. It's pretty shitty.
I feel represented by body type 1. How fucking dumb are we? It's unbelievable.